Morning world, it's 8 o'clock in the morning on the 28th of April 2014. What can I say? Tonight I'm giving a lecture at the Astrological Lodge of London, the first astrological lodge in the world and the original astrological lodge, formed in 1930 by Charles Carter, amongst others. And I'm lecturing on the Grand Cross. I'm talking about the patterns of the Grand Cross, previous times in history when both this pattern and these degrees have been affected, who it's affecting, and some of the more peculiar effects that have been happening to individuals over the last few weeks from what I've been gathering from what you guys out there have been telling me. I will record it and I will try and get it distributed to those that really want it afterwards, but it is for astrologers and astrological students only. Nevertheless, if you find yourself in central London tonight, Monday the 28th, then, oh goodness, the Astrological Lodge in Grosvenor, I don't remember where it is, Google it, Astrological Lodge of London. I'm there tonight, it's close to Baker Street Tube. Now, apart from that, we've got a new moon coming up, which isn't so much triggering the Grand Cross position, but the Grand Cross is still in place minorly. Mars is just leaving 12 degrees. Jupiter's getting ready to move into 15 degrees. Uranus is getting ready to move into 14 degrees. The Grand Cross is now sort of 2.5 degrees away from exact and fading. The influences, echoes, reverberations and echoes will continue now. And I find particular interest in the movements of Uranus at the moment. Uranus is now free. It is as if over recent years, whilst Pluto has been ahead of Uranus, but the psychological has come first before the disruption. Now Uranus is in charge, and for the first time in ever, well, in our lifetimes, Uranus is ahead of Pluto in terms of the square. It is moving away from the square. So now we're going to see the disruption coming first, followed by the psychological reconstruction afterwards. And Uranus is now free. Now that the Grand Cross is finishing, Uranus all of a sudden is finding that it's got no fetters, it's not got no boundaries, and it's free. Now, some people, particularly those born towards the end of the first week of July and January and the end of the first week of April and October, are in for some big surprises over the coming weeks. Hopefully in a very positive way, but I suspect also some of them not. One or two notable British politicians will be amongst this, and I will comment on this later. It is, of course, new moon in the next, 12 hours, 24 hours time. New moon in Taurus. People are saying it's an eclipse. Rubbish. It is within 10 degrees of the North Node and South Node, so it is a very minor eclipse, but it is the moon across the face of the sun, and it's not going to be visible from the Earth, or it's going to be a minor partial eclipse, probably visible from the very tip of the North or South Pole. No big deal, really. And it's not going to have that profound an effect either. With the new moon sextile Neptune, it's actually quite a positive time. So I might expect the coming 24, 36 hours to hold a brief respite in all the bad news recently and bring some good news, perhaps around either empathy, compassion, intuition, sensitivity and healing, and affairs concerning maritime, the sea. Today the moon's at the end of Aries. It's void, and it will be for another 8 hours until about 4 o'clock this afternoon UK time, when it moves into Taurus and the new moon cycle begins. Everything else is much the same. Mercury's still in Taurus, just finishing with the sun. Venus is coming towards the end of Pisces. There's no big changes out there. Now the Grand Cross is over. Over the coming week or two, I'm going to be talking on a number of different subjects. I've been building up a stock. I'm going to be talking about houses, house cusps, different types of houses. I'll be talking about progressions. I've also got a new line of comedy videos in store, and I'll probably be releasing these in a couple of weeks' time, because in 2 weeks' time, over a period of, say, Saturday through to Saturday, I'm going away for a week to finish writing the book on Pluto. So if there's anyone in British Isles, England, Ireland, Wales, Scotland, who's got a spare place with good broadband and quiet and peace, so I can just sit and write over the coming week, 2 weeks, please let me know. I'm looking for somewhere remote but with good broadband links. And today, what can I say? Today, with that new moon building and the sextile to Venus and the grand crossover, dare I say it? Today is a hopeful day.